I have picked a name as Fire Exit. And right now, second day in a row, I feel uncomfortable. For a very different reason. This one is just pure pain. Yesterday I tried to make the same exact video. And my night was painful too, but in a different way. I felt empty inside. And apparently it's the same thing. Whether you feel pain or emptiness. It's the same thing. You need to find the fire escape. And this only means one thing. You have to find a way to spend time until you go to sleep. To be able to heal. That's your only option. You can ask for help again. But in this world, asking for help fucking kills you apparently. You're more likely to create a drama filled with actors. You're more likely to make a movie than get actual help. So I don't know, man. I think you want to escape fire. This is very scary. Fire. Very suicidal feelings. Very self-destructive. Because, pain, I want to die. I don't want to feel pain anymore. And then I realize I just have to stretch my mouth. Yes, it's tooth pain again. The thing that stole like a week last time it happened. I can't make it happen again. I can't let it happen again. At least not the same amplitude. This is where max stats started. It started with that tooth pain. That's what started the whole thing. You know, the greatest enemy of all time, it seems. Now, I was ready to start max stats episodes. And now we have tons of them. And they just keep pouring out. Because ability to improve yourself is fucking mind-blowing. That's what's going on. It's mind-blowing. I mean, I genuinely feel no pain right now. That's unusual. It lasted me 2 hours. And now I feel empty because that's a natural transition because, shit, my day got ruined. And something can ruin your day. It can be, too much pressure, too many people to talk to, and you don't have the resources to do it. That's what it is for me. Everything requires resources and you can run out and feel empty inside because, how do I progress through life now? Shit, I tried my best. Yeah, but, well, you try the next day. Try to improve something next day. And it's like impatience. Impatience, bro. That causes us to burn up. That's the fire exit. That's why you need fire exit. You want to do things too fast. And the funny thing is, fire exit is about find a way to waste time. You have to waste the shit out of yourself right now. You have to burn your time instead of yourself. Instead of your sanity and other resources. Just burn time, please. And maybe you'll be finding a solution by accident. Again, for me, I'm stretching is the solution. And it fucking worked. And I'm breathing, hyperventilating is not a solution. Exercising is not a solution. Stretching, though, that shit worked. Move things around in my mouth, and all of a sudden I'm feeling better. But all of a sudden it opened up this interesting topic. Feeling empty? Feeling too much pressure? Yeah, so how do we get from this to this one more time? Because we kind of got there. We kind of just yeah, to solve this problem, we just have to burn time. We just have to wait. Because we're gonna go to sleep. It is the impatience getting in your way. You should never want to sleep. That's why. You should not want to go to this or die. I mean, those are very similar things, by the way. You can kill your day, or you can go to, or you can die altogether, right? None of those two things you should be actually thinking about. Just live your life, whatever happens, happens, and usually things don't happen to good people. If you fucking notice. Yes, crazy things gonna happen, and those crazy things gonna get even crazier narratives, and gonna trick you that good people get in trouble. They don't. Don't worry about that. What good people actually do is get out of trouble very successfully. And we don't really promote good people right now, we promote narcissists, selfish people, who don't seem to have any trouble. We don't know whether those troubles got fixed for them or they did it themselves. We don't really care about that. It is hard to just survive life and adopt the correct principles and logically pull out. You can see the rabbit from the hat. A trick. Because it's a trick when nobody else knows how you did that. It's a fucking trick. Did I fool you, Penn and Teller? Did I do it? Did I found the best principle ever? Because I should make a show like this and try to get fooled. Does anyone know principle that I don't know? And I never considered. And then I try it actually works. Like, I'm not talking about even life hacks anymore. I'm talking about, like, deep lore of how life is constructed. And trying to avoid sleep. I told you guys. On, like, third episode. When that billionaire was yapping, basically. Avoid sleep by all costs. But when you run out of energy, you should be happy to just finish your day and summon the next day. But you have to learn how to burn time, and this is one of the hardest things to do. So this is what we're gonna do in this episode. We're gonna find the fire exit. Your time will burn. Everything behind you will burn to the ground. That's what fire is supposed to do, is destroy things, right? But you have to exit that by letting it burn, letting the time burn, letting the rest of the day burn because it was destroyed. You failed. You will not get your mood back. You're already on a downward spiral, like sad and stuff, because you don't feel good anymore, right? Life didn't treat you well, so you have to burn time. One of my favorite ways to burn time is to go into the women's room. Yep. I have 4 special websites, guys. And we start with the spiciest one. Wow. Isn't that crazy? I bring that up again and again and again. I love these websites. You can spend so much time there. You can burn so much time, and I learned this. It's almost like my life is painful and stressful all the time, isn't it? Most people spend time in gaming, and now we're no longer talking about fidgeting. Fidgeting is wonderful. You should do it. When you're searching for fire exit, fidgeting is the most precious thing of all time. You still want to be productive. You still want to be creative. But fidgeting would actually be a good solution. You know, just scrolling TikTok. If you can. If you're not in too much pain. Right? You know, this makes me happy. That, first of all, I'm not in pain anymore. The happiest part. And then that I know for sure what I have to do. I can't just submit to sleep. It's not gonna work. And I can't call it insomnia when I have so much energy, right? I'm not actually falling to sleep. No matter how much I try to convince myself. But I probably should. It's 2 a.m. and it's like, come on, dude. But the reality is very different. I don't have lack of energy. I'm not gonna go to sleep. It is too hot right now. 2 a.m. is still hot in my fucking room right now. 4 a.m. would be the coldest temperature, I believe. And I would take that. I'll take that for a sleep. Yeah, and my temperature drops and then I get a nice fucking sleep. But right now, right after a heat wave of pain and yesterday's emptiness, nah, bro. So, yeah, fidgeting is a very good thing in this situation if you can do it, because most people won't be able to do it. You turn on TikTok and you feel empty inside, and guess what's gonna happen? You're not gonna feel full by scrolling through TikTok. You're gonna feel irritated of like, I don't actually want to do that, and I don't want to do this, right? Same goes with pain. It's literally the same feeling of not being able to do anything, but you can still do something. You can still find something that wastes your time successfully, and you would still be happy about it, doing it. You have to let go, and you're not going to be productive today. It's over. That shit's gone. The productive version of you has been, defeated, unfortunately. Maybe by mistakes, maybe by other people. I don't know where you're going to put the blame on. I don't know where to put the blame on. I just hate having teeth, apparently, and it's so fucking stupid. And then if I had to choose, I hate having wisdom teeth. I never thought body has to be mutilated and something has to be removed from your body. Until I'm realizing that, yeah, probably not. Probably you can just stretch yourself out. Your eyes can go wrong. Your vision can get blurry if you don't look into the distance and you just look into the screen. Of course. Your back can bend over time if you're just sitting down all the time and not giving it a good stretch every now and then. You should get uncomfortable. Feel the benefits of a straight back. So it should never be a surprise that stretching is the solution to most of the pain. Funny enough. Unless you caused the pain yourself, then why the fuck did you do that? Alright? Restrain will help you from, pain in this case. People get into this fire exit, and I have a special example. I've talked about a guy, basically, who has fire exit mentality, that he's always searching for it, by saying that the world fucking sucks. Right, this guy. Trapped in his pathetic ideology, and he can't stop. I mean, I've checked multiple times. He have not changed his mind. He just wants to yap how bad life actually is, how it's a fucking prison, basically. You can do many things. You can just leave behind your things and move on and change who you are. And maybe you'll find yourself, if you try doing something different than just complaining how shitty life is during the apocalypse, where it's like, it's kind of obvious. And you're not gonna compete with all the other people who are saying all these life sucks things, right? You're not trying to do that. You're not trying to compete with that, right? Because I can do it better. I can see that life sucks way more right now, specifically right now. And when it's temporary, it's so funny that I would just win by default, right? So no matter how this guy calls out hell and all this soul trap bullshit, yeah, maybe it's happening during the apocalypse. We're trapped. The good people are trapped to look at the stupid people. And eventually you're gonna calm down and be like, yeah, kill each other. Let's kill each other. I don't give a fuck. It's not me. You're not gonna find me because you're not searching for me. You're searching for other types of conflict, basically. Kill each other. I don't care. You're gonna calm down and you'd be like, the hell part is for the stupid people. You don't have to jump into the crowd of zombies and get eaten, Just sit there, patiently burn time, and you'll be fine. If you cannot be patient that might be a good thing because you want to create things. You want to actually get ahead of everyone else. While everyone else is busy doing stupid shit, you can do smart things. That does not change. You can still grow as a person. And I haven't stopped personally. But I've started seeing rads, bro. Started seeing crazy shit on YouTube now. Things are not looking good, guys. Even gaming is gonna make you feel empty inside. Like, you are wasting time, but that's the whole point. Is to waste time. So you have to pick something, you know. Pick whatever the last thing you've done, and in order to commit, you have to tell yourself like, well, the reason is I haven't done that for a long time, so I can do that. You can check and complete fucking card game quests because they have accumulated, right? They literally did. Literally accumulated for me. Gotta press play, guys. The women's stuff, I feel like I've done plenty of that. I feel like overloaded on that. Now, can you actually pull off something new into your life in the moment of emergency? That's the scary part. Moments of emergency, you're not gonna pull new things. You do realize that, right? Like, it sounds pretty absurd to be able to do that. All of a sudden, you're in crisis. Yeah, over time, but that's the funny thing. You can actually meditate and search for something else to do that you would still be capable of doing. It's incredibly difficult. If you can find a unique solution, it's always better than whatever the fuck advice you can possibly get, right? People seek advice, but like, you can always do better than anyone else. I'm telling you guys. You can always outperform, and I always feel that way. You know, when I look at advice videos, I'm like, I can always outperform. Why can't I just do that? Of course I can. And I should do that right now, you know? So whenever advice hits me, I'm like, shit, I'll just do better. I'm not scared of that. Wow, what the fuck are we talking about here? Why are you snapping to the board that I'm winning? Is everything okay, buddy? Now, I just win this board so easily, but might as well respect something somehow. He's not gonna fill this, is he? That would be weird. Oh, he's just killing it. With a happy, smiley face, you know? Assemble. This might just remain empty. No, that's fine. Just wait. Maybe people do reading, I don't know. I don't know what people do. Just
I am Iron Man.
to solve a problem like this. It's a very crazy problem because all of a sudden, now you're good with anything. It's like when you're really hungry, eating bread or any type of food, all of a sudden it's like the emergency situation. Like the great solution of like, yeah, it's great that you can find any food. So please, do whatever it takes as long as it's not food poisoning. You know? Even stealing becomes completely normal. Because you just found food. As long as you can get away with it, that shit's hard. You cannot steal from stores, I'll tell you that much. If you are needing to steal shit. It's best to steal from yourself, right? Steal from your parents or some bullshit like that, because they're always gonna end up not calling police, but like trying to talk things through. And it's like, yep. We can do that. I can explain how I'm almost about to die from hunger, bro. So in terms of emergencies, certain rules get to break and certain type of behavior just becomes good enough. To the point where, you know, for self-defense you can kill a person. Funny enough. You can build a turret in your back garden and just let it defend you from all the intruders who don't learn their lesson. And don't forget, during the fire exit, when something is burning, your day is burning down because it fucking failed. It went off the rails somehow. Slow down, you know? There's no rush. You might not want invasion to your privacy, though. I would avoid TikTok and other consuming content situations. But it's fine if you find something you really like. My preferred method, technically just walk around and wait for sleep to happen. But you have to monitor how close you are to actually sleeping. Because if you try to sleep and you can't fall asleep, chances are you're gonna wait like 3 more hours. Those are the chances, my friends. This is where it begins. The fun actually just started. And it's one of those like really nasty situations, but if you master how to deal with them, there's so many like nasty situations in life, and people come up with the stupid solution to the nasty situation, and it mixes into like, you know, a wasted life. I'll tell you this other thing as well, like Mr. Beast is not gonna save the world. A device is gonna save the world. He can spread his money far and wide, but then he has to also collect it far and wide, which creates the kind of loopy situation and a lot of hard work he has to put up with to just retain attention, make sure people are not bored. He can't save the world. He can only pose as a savior until he runs out of money, which is entertaining. You know, money can change people's lives. It probably can improve my life too. And it's just an interesting story to unfold. Absolutely. If you put money to the right place, you made potentially an investment to a person who's going to do much better. You know, I could just get a like normal job. Wave a flag, get a normal job. Like most people should not be YouTubers, just like PewDiePie says. Maybe you should not be a YouTuber, you know? Yeah, you can create things and you can expect people to watch your creations, but like be a YouTuber, like that's a crazy thing to do. So that's the shit that I have to deal with as YouTube CEO, guys. In the dream world, there is your demon that now you wait for it to just kind of take over, and it's like, well, you can have that day. That day sucked. You can have one of these ones. Make me forget everything. Funny enough, holidays started, and there should be a lot of noise, but there isn't. This was peaceful. So I'm actually extra happy today. It just got ruined with pain alone. Like I kind of gave into the tooth pain, and I didn't know what to do. I probably just made it worse, you know? Stupid solution to our weird problem. Until I found a good solution, and then it started immediately manifesting like, yep, that's the one. That's the thing that you're supposed to be doing. So is that it? We just found plenty of ways to burn time and just patiently wait for the sleep to happen. For fuck's sake, it has been 3 hours for me. How long can this go on? Again, another thing, another feeling you will have to fight within yourself is like searching for productivity. It's overdid. You're not going to be productive. Like, I can technically be productive talking about this. I'm in a fucking crazy unique position right now. To be within the feeling and describe it to you guys and still be productive, I'm in a wonderful place. I don't know if anyone else can fucking pull that off. It's actually pretty much backflip moment, right? I could be learning backflip and impress people for like 2 seconds. But imagine how impressed people would be to find a solution they have been looking for in their lives. Backflip is not gonna solve shit. You know? Ain't solving shit. I mean, in TikTok, I've seen a girl basically, can I learn some useless skill that could be useful in a very niche situation? And it's like, yep, I guess backflip is one of those things that is extremely niche. But if you know, you know how to do it. You can do it. Fucking dodge bullets with a backflip. I don't know. Capitalism video actually told me that people want to see things on the screen, but I can't. You know, right now I'm obviously exhausted, and that's a good thing because that's where we're going. We're going all the way. Just kill that day. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to believe in it, and I definitely don't want to deal with other people who don't have good things to offer for me. And that still stands. I mean, you normally don't want it anyways. Especially when you should be happy that pain went away, that emptiness, you accepted it, you know? You accepted the defeat and just gonna move on, and the next day, the fact that the next day can come and just shift things around a little bit, randomize things, you can buy yourself some new item the next day. Like, who cares, right? Except Disney Plus, you can't buy Disney Plus in my situation for some reason. I'm, I can't do it, man. I'm trying venues at this point. I will have to VPN myself to Germany to buy Disney Plus. Some fucking backflip moment as well. Just to pay for a service that I don't fucking want. Because I don't want subscription, you know? Fuck that. And probably even gift card does not work if your bank does not approve transaction. Like dealing with a devil, bro. It's crazy. He doesn't want your money. He wants better ways to make transactions. He wants your PayPal. Which also fucking locked me up. Imagine how many problems there are. How many ways there are to make me feel empty because these problems are not being solved. Like cryptocurrency is not taking over the world. There's so many problems that can stack on your fucking back. There's so much bullshit. I used to make bullshit episodes of all the things that just would make me feel empty or frustrated. You know, that would corner me because the problems just keep accumulating. No one's actually solving them. The best thing you can do is run away. Find the fire exits within your life. Like a major one. Fucking vortex. You know how it goes. And even I am waiting for a good ass juicy vortex. Take me away. Thank you very much. I can definitely go away because I'm leaving a lot of good vibes, you know, for anyone who needs. I need the juicy vortex that I would run away into forever. I don't want no fucking basic bitch stuff that all of a sudden I get uncomfortable and it's not good enough for me. I need something really good. Run away into an island where everyone is like friendly. That sounds like a fucking deal. Well, you can remain positive. Pain is gonna go away if you wait long enough. If you wait long enough, you get opportunities and to fill your emptiness. Because again, people not having relationships, it's very difficult to actually establish anything. And I don't even have esteem to spend to get the ball rolling. Of like, okay, we had 2 minutes of relationship, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you keep increasing using the success of something, because you don't not supposed to be alone. You're supposed to walk with someone. Use those 2 minutes to bump into a different person all of a sudden and start bouncing around. You can't just nothing works when you're alone. Only a miracle can work when you're alone. I can ping other people's phones about a certain topic they care about over and over again. And they might even give me something back. But how often is that going to be a full conversation? Oh boy. Conversations last the magical amount of 1-2 days. If you're lucky, 3 days. If you have a girlfriend, holy shit, they will last until you break up. And the funny thing is, you want to break up. You want to ex a person. Why? Because you're supposed to be better than them in most situations. Why am I talking about this? Well, we talked about loneliness. And it becomes empty and there's no escape. That's the funny thing. It just keeps getting worse. And people might realize how bad it gets. How empty and isolated it gets. And how you have to accept your defeat because it can get a lot more worse. When you hurt yourself and not allow yourself to rest, spend the rest of the day waiting. All right, give me my defeat, demon. Give it to me. Again, I call sleeping state demonic state. You're the most vulnerable, by the way, in this state. You're doing whatever the fuck you want in your dream world. You can even meet influential people that would just completely change your waking up state. But while you're in a dream, you're not going to feel suddenly lucid and wanting to exchange real information with that person. You're just going to play the role of a demon. A demon who can do many things, but cannot retain interest in whatever the fuck he's doing. Right? Oh, wow, I found a celebrity. Oh, you really want to shake hands with Justin Bieber, bro? Wow. I did that. That was like the most lucid part of the dream, and then I just move on to do random bullshit. Lucidity in dreams is like 5 seconds. It doesn't happen for too long. So again, you should feel empty if you haven't given up. If you haven't followed the rules. But emptiness, like, once you accept it, it's like, yeah, I felt empty. What can I do, right? And it just kind of fills you up again. Of like, you just give up that feeling, yeah, fuck it, take the day, right? You actually pay with time. This is payment. That, like, it's the inevitable will happen. Yes, let's fucking do this. Let's get into the dream world and pretend that I had a good day instead. It's been a very, very long time. I don't remember when I had a nightmare. Maybe there was like a bully that comes up to me and just fucking annoys me, and maybe I had to like fight off a horde of. No, that was actually very recent. Actually, like fighting a bunch of idiots that take a lot of damage or just make the dream feel really weird, because fighting in dreams, holy shit, man, it's a whole nother level. You know you can't die, which makes things a lot fucking weird. There's another moment of lucidity you get when you get into a fight. You know you can't die, but then like you can't kill them either, which is crazy. You can't punch them through. They almost also walk by work by the same rules of the dream. They can't die. It's like literally demons. They keep biting each other, punching each other. Nothing happens. Then the most powerful thing you can do is actually cast magic spells to either like make you teleport, run away from these fucking dude, change location basically is the most powerful thing. Uh, Running away, yeah, from demons sounds like something you should be learning how to do. Running away. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna realize that you feel empty and you pain because you can't calm down. Now you cannot let yourself be loose. You have to put everything in place and be very comfortable with how things are going. And when things are going off the rails, you'll feel pain. With emptiness, you have to calm down because it's not the end of the world that you empty for this particular moment, and it usually doesn't last unless you also panic. So the worst thing you can do, I think, is panic because it's very likely you're gonna feed yourself a bad solution. This is where the suicidal word comes from. Panicking. That how you feel defines your life. And I don't think it does. I've seen Moon's video talking about South Korea and the suicide rate, basically. And how someone wanted to jump off a bridge and then they got stopped. And then they complain of, like, well, my mom said that I'm worthless or whatever. And it's like, yeah, fight your mom. Because that should not be true, you know? Fight your parents. Sometimes your parents are going to be absolute trash and you have to fight them. There are good solutions in killing yourself because apparently you're worthless. I mean, that's just it's submissive behavior towards your parents, which is like really not good. All right, and it also proves the point of like, well, I'm worthless, so I might as well throw myself in a trash bin now and press delete. Believing in your parents when they say you're worthless, I mean, like, are you kidding me? That is the biggest mistake. You started panicking when that's clearly the mistake. Do you really need your parents' approval? You just need your parents' things, legacy. You want their resources. If they don't like you, you shouldn't like them. You should like whatever you can get away with at that point. So again, if you calm down, the life does not let you be empty. Life gives you a choice of like, start a fight, retaliate. You are being attacked. You know, find a solution or just continue burning time and pretend that nothing happened the next day. Well, nothing happened, guys. Everything's fine. Something burned down. I don't know anything about that. Something changed and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if I care. Other people have to care if you don't care about a specific thing. Other people have to build it back up again and it might not actually succeed. It might not succeed in doing so anymore. If you are true that it actually burned down and caused you pain, you know. I mean, if you look into my mouth, you see how much pain I suffered through. Unfortunately, it might actually still be a good advice to like what to do in this situation. Like people actually have to be concerned. If I become popular, people have to be fully concerned on how to solve this issue as efficiently as possible. Because it becomes worthwhile. I'm not Asmongold just reacting to videos, my friends. I'm actually genuinely trying to put myself together as best as I can, present myself as best as I can, as the most useful version of myself. So we successfully wasted 40 minutes, and I was like planning mid-video, like for sure, mid-video I'm gonna be so sleepy and tired, and I'll just gonna go now. And I'm not going, because you just never know. This, remember the switch thing? With sleep, transitioning and switching into sleep as quickly as you want it, as speedy as you want it to be. I don't know what I said. I probably changed my mind now. Now that I'm in this position where, like, you can't even force it, it literally has to happen. And then you just light switch, bam, drop, and enjoy sleep. Because it finally happens. You'll celebrate deep down. Counting sheep don't fucking matter anymore. You'll just be happy it finally happened. It finally killed your stupid day. It was an eventful day, by the way. Like, I saw Jack's film poke his head out again, and I hate him with all my heart. Despite him trying to do, like, this, noble thing to be Robin Hood, basically. But it doesn't work like that. Robin Hood creates this small pool of people who he decides how to distribute wealth. And here you go. You planted a tree, Jack's films. What has to happen is more creators have to do the same thing of give credits. But why should they do that? You have to give them a reason. You have to explain that moral feeling, moral righteous feeling of helping others and how beautiful it is. No, it can be self-beneficial, a win-win situation of like, I let him grow subscribers and he pays me 50% tax. And I just have to say it. I don't know who the fuck riffed on the X, but this is like the stupidest word that became popular all of a sudden. Tariff? What the fuck is this shit? Nothing makes sense about this fucking word. I understand tax sometimes. Money moves and you have to take half of the money. The government is so poor. Fuck me, dude. I don't know where the money goes when the government has it, by the way. Just spend it on power, on military, and like, it's fucking stupid as well. But tariff is like extra stupid. It's not even tax. It's a tax on a thing that you want from the other country. You buy that thing from the other country and it's like, oh, let's tax it too. But you want that thing, don't you? No, I don't want to. I want to build it in my own country. I decided. And it's like, what the fucking jerky motion is this? Tariff. And it's like, tariff is actually a good way to threaten other countries. I don't know, Donald Trump fucking freaks me out. Like, right now he's running around naked, starting from complete zero, like the most fucking lunatic president we have ever seen, and hopefully he will collect enough experience fast enough. I don't know what he was doing last time when he was president for 4 years. Fucking posing for pictures, I don't know. Be content with what you have because going to the future, it's always going to be better. And the most valuable thing is your health, right? And you definitely don't want to lose sanity. This is the most painful thing. And again, you can go into panic mode and start losing sanity of like, whatever I'm doing is not working. I have to throw this into the fire and this into the fire. It's like, that's what would happen in the panic. You keep throwing things into the fire. You keep trying to put it down with your hands or clothes or whatever, and it's just not working. The fire just keeps eating things and choking you, basically, of all this pain and emptiness while you stay in the room. You just have to exit and do something else. Think about anything else. Trump, still better than whatever this is, unfortunately. It is a beautiful thing when you allow yourself to just burn time when you lived your life most of the time just whipping yourself like I gotta be more and more productive, I gotta be faster, you gotta upload video every day. And it's a beautiful feeling to just let go, and you still need to heal from all this nonsense, all this noise. Still need to heal. It's very difficult to do if you're holding on to something and you're running really fast, still as fast as you can, not even looking after yourself. How how nasty is that? So yeah, we're just building awareness about the fire exit. Sometimes in life, shit happens. Your day is ruined. Oh boy. You can even lose a loved one or a break up, and then cue in the scene where you get drunk in the bar. Right? It's nasty. It's a very painful situation. It puts you like in this mode of emptiness and pain. And you just have to let it slide. Now you have to waste time. You almost get the obligation of like something crazy happened today. I have the obligation to waste time. And at least your emotions will settle from being a fucking wavy ocean to something calmer that at least will not suck in all this energy and make things worse. When people realize that time is money, they started burning their time by selling their souls basically to the devil of like, hey, time is money, so let me just work, you know? And it's getting harder and harder to get a job. Almost in a way that you shouldn't do that anymore. You should restrain yourself from working so much by now. Okay, I think it's happening. I think I'm tired. I think I have nothing to say and my mind is shutting down, which is wonderful. Absolutely great. I'll give a peek into like Instagram or something and go away. But next in the morning, I'll tell you what's up. How I feel in the morning, how different of a person I am in the morning, how ambitious I am. That my day haven't been ruined yet. Crazy, I know. In the end, we're trying to be happy and feeling normal for a period of time of even 3 hours. Feeling normal is pretty crazy when your day gets ruined like that, like deeply ruined. You deeply get stabbed, not just like detours into doing something else because something failed, but you can still do the other thing. Or maybe it's just hardship, but nothing bad really happened. When something really bad happens, yeah, a ruined day is incredibly bad. And you just would want to feel normal until you go to sleep, and maybe you'll just forget the whole thing. I have received a very interesting comment, by the way. You know, I felt it, but I couldn't quite say it. Just wanted to say thanks for putting things into words. Wow, you can do that and you can still get positive feedback for opening your mouth. Now, this was kind of touchy subject about a person, but this is how I should feel about all my videos. People feel things, people feel similar ways. Might as well just solve the problem as best as you can. Vocalize logical thinking that most people maybe can't even get this far. Because even a little bit of productivity from every episode matters so much. Every 1% stacks so much. And there are all kinds of types of days and events in your life that you can be ready for when you adopt all these cool principles. While I'm waking up, anything that this holds. Now I remember, like, You can't force sleep. Right? You have to wait it out until you lose enough energy, and then bam, shablam. Additionally, you're gonna spark out of sleep as well. Like, I woke up and it's not good enough. Give me a minute, guys. Talking about Sanity Machine. He's alive, bro. What the hell? Touch grass. Never mentioned me, so I don't know where all this. You should interview, or you should defend your arguments versus this guy directly. Yeah, you have something to watch. Even though I don't have a Disney subscription, guys. That's crazy. What the? I haven't watched it yet. Alright, so it's the next day, and I feel pretty good. Pretty much reset, and now I have plenty of free time, and I don't have to worry about whether I'm gonna fall asleep and gonna have to push myself. My head is clean and going into the next day. Alright, after the previous got denied, you still have a motivation to catch up, to be productive, and kick pain in the ass, and even cut off TikTok even longer. You know, all these like doom scrolling situations that you could put yourself into, as long as you didn't grow this habit during pain, it might actually carry over to the next day. You will still feel pain of like losing one day, but you could make this day a winner and truly get away with something big. For the ending, let's react to some stupid shit. Oh yes, Psych2Go wants to discuss all about emptiness. Aww.
And our relationship.
So far, first minute sucked. Boredom and emptiness. I am separating these two things right now. It's technically like a burnout and not willingness to do anything, and feeling unusual emptiness rather than regular emptiness, which is boredom, right? Emptiness is quite more destructive in that sense. And yeah, if you work, if you do some kind of uninteresting things, you can get burnt out. Funny enough, doom scrolling can also lead you to emptiness of like, but I kind of just wasted so much time, and now I feel empty getting away. Like, escaping the doom scroll can make you feel dizzy, basically, depending on how deep you went there. Sometimes I feel like that with gaming. Like, I get into this deep well into playing card games or a specific thing, trying to achieve something, and bam, slam, I couldn't get any fun out of it. Just let's call it irreversible damage I got from that. Or a good video for YouTube's, I don't know.
Look a lot like boredom.
It does not look like boredom. It can, I guess, but the reality is your day gets ruined by something. You get way too much pressure on you for some reason. Someone ruined your day. Now, if it happens in the start of the day, you still have plenty of things you can do to suppress that feeling. If it happens at the end of the day, well, you're screwed.
Most days you have trouble feeling anything at all.
So, my advice basically is after you've done this one time, you're better equipped to understand that this shit will happen. And this shit is important to avoid, of course. Learn as much as you can to not get into conflicts that end up in empty days. But at the same time, if you accept it, you will work that much harder the next day. And it's completely fine for one day to collapse. That will motivate you and build your storyline of the shitty things that happen to you, basically. Which includes listening to advice that's fucking half-assed.
And accept it.
Wait, you just said the thing. Accept the emptiness.
Accept it. Take the time you...
Again, most of the... Yeah, people will say that, oh shit, why should 5 minutes... 5-minute argument should ruin the rest of your day. And it's like, it means a lot, bro. And I have to figure it out, what it means. You get sucked into a vortex to think of what is... And I even just see on TikTok of like, most of my suffering comes from thinking. And it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you have brain and your brain tells you that something is wrong. And you're just gonna ignore it? Or pretend that suffering does not belong to you? Like, you can actually defeat that suffering with good arguments and good logic. But refuse to think is a radical move.
You need shame.
If you can just let go and do the fire exit so quickly and transition into whatever the fuck you want, but like the pain and emptiness is gonna bring you down. Like, how do you avoid that? That's not even a thought process. This is a deep feeling of something missing or something dragging you down.
Exactly is it?
I love another analogy, basically, of what's going on. Like, throughout the day, you're accelerating uphill and you're trying to reach some kind of goal, right? But if something goes wrong, it's game over. You just gotta accept defeat. Gotta go down and be like, okay, maybe too fast. Maybe something else is happening right now that I have to address. And that's the ending of the video. You can see, like, even though it's a very simple subject and barely has a simple solution, it's kind of deep dig to make sure that this is perfect. This is at least one of the emergency situations that can happen in life, and making the wrong decision and panicking or telling yourself, even by a mistake, like telling yourself that the next day is going to be just as bad or I will constantly fail, and just giving up. Like, these moments like these, you have to tackle really carefully. And make sure you normalize yourself instead of keep pushing and making things feel worse overall. Because, well, you can fail again. Or put your broken self to the standard of normal self that is capable of achieving things. And all of a sudden you're comparing wrong things. It is easy to panic and get yourself making mistakes and making things a lot worse when it's just a historical moment you acknowledge and move on. You escape the fire instead of burning up, trying to save whatever the fire is trying to take away from you. You can't save that. You gotta keep moving forward. Thank you for watching.